Every year, more than 22,000 short tons of amethyst are mined all over the world. But how do these unique purple crystals end up on display in jewelry stores? Picture enormous geodes, each roughly the size of a person, packed with dazzling crystals that miners extract from remote regions in Brazil, Uruguay, and Africa. Some of these geodes are so rare that they are transported by helicopters. However, did you know that only about 10% of all discovered amethysts are of jewelry quality? Let us dive into a world where nature creates masterpieces and humankind unveils them for everyone to see. Brazil is one of the largest suppliers of amethyst on the planet. The main deposits are located in the states of Rio Grande do Sul and Minas Gerais. In Brazil, amethyst geodes are often found, which are hollow stone formations lined with crystals on the inside. Some geodes can reach over 9 feet in height. Uruguay is famous for its amethyst that has a rich, dark purple hue. This stone is usually of higher quality than the Brazilian variety. Geodes from Uruguay are considered extremely valuable because of their depth of color. The African continent, particularly Zambia, is also an important source of amethyst. Zambian amethysts feature a unique purple color with a bluish tint. They are mined in considerable volume, but the deposits are located in hard-to-reach regions, making transportation more complicated. Amethyst deposits in the United States are not as large-scale as in Brazil or Uruguay, but they have their own special history and appeal. The amethyst found in the United States is prized for its vibrant coloring, historical significance, and local popularity. So, let us take a closer look at the main locations and their distinctive features. Four Peaks is the most renowned and likely the largest amethyst deposit in the United States, situated in Arizona, at an elevation of about 7,545 feet above sea level. The amethyst from Four Peaks is noted for its deep purple color with a subtle reddish glow. Many believe these stones can compete in quality with even the most valuable specimens from Uruguay. The deposit is located in an extremely challenging spot. There are no roads, so miners and equipment are transported by helicopters or on mules. This is one reason why stones from this deposit are so expensive. The mining process is physically demanding and costly. Most of these mines are small, and much of the work is done manually to avoid damaging the crystals. A modest region in the northern part of Georgia is home to lighter, pastel-toned amethysts. Although the deposits are not as extensive as those in Arizona, the stones exhibit a unique clarity and a pleasant purple hue suitable for more affordable jewelry. Local specimens are often mined in small private shafts or even during special tours that allow tourists to try their hand at being treasure hunters. This aspect adds a certain charm to Georgia amethysts, as they become both a souvenir and a cherished memory. The Creede area in Colorado was once more famous for its silver mines. However, there are certain spots where amethyst deposits can be found as well. These stones tend to be lighter in color and less intense in saturation, yet they possess interesting inclusions that give them a unique character. Amethysts from Creede are frequently used to make cabochons, which are smooth, unfacetted stones suited for decorative ornaments. Amethyst usually forms in volcanic rocks, where high temperature and pressure conditions cause quartz to absorb iron impurities, then cool over thousands of years. The outcome is a deep purple crystal that makes you pause and exclaim, "Wow!" For example, in Brazil, miners uncover enormous geodes lined with crystals. Sometimes these geodes are so large that they appear at exhibitions, where people take photos beside them, as if they were standing next to a work of art. Now imagine this scene: a team of miners wearing hard hats, equipped with headlamps and pickaxes, searching for just the right pockets of stone where these priceless cocoons lie hidden. Believe me, it is no simple task. Today, miners do not rely solely on luck in their pursuit of amethyst. Their primary allies these days are science and technology. The process starts with detailed geological mapping. Geologists investigate regions that are well known for containing abundant quartz, the primary mineral from which amethyst arises. For instance, in Brazil, the world's largest amethyst producer, researchers target geological formations ranging in age from 50 million years to 200 million years. One of the most advanced tools is high-resolution satellite imagery. Through spectral analysis of the colors on the Earth's surface, specialists can pinpoint hues that hint at the presence of specific minerals, including quartz. Moreover, seismic sensors contribute to the creation of three-dimensional models of the underground layers of soil. These devices detect even minute reflected waves that tell the story of the materials hidden below the surface. Yet, as strange as it may sound, intuition and hands-on experience still play a huge role. For instance, miners in Rio Grande do Sul in Brazil claim that deep reddish-brown soil nearly always indicates proximity to amethyst. Such observations help them concentrate their efforts exactly where the odds of discovering stones are the greatest. Statistics show that only about 5 to 10% of all areas that look promising based on maps or satellite data actually harbor commercially valuable deposits. In Brazil, which accounts for over 40% of the global amethyst market, dozens of new zones are surveyed every year, but only a handful proceed to the extraction phase. The average depth of an amethyst mining site seldom exceeds a few dozen feet, but these locations demand enormous amounts of preliminary work. According to the United States Bureau of Mines, launching a single mine may require as long as 3 years and cost anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 before unearthing even a small pocket of amethyst. This illustrates how labor-intensive and expensive the quest can be, even for gems as popular as amethyst. Ultimately, technology, expertise, and a hint of intuition collaborate to uncover those mysterious purple treasures that we admire in jewelry. Although the probability of finding the ideal crystal is slim, and the miner's work is strenuous, the reward is unquestionably worthwhile. The amethyst extracted from a mine looks nothing like what you see in a display case. It is often covered in rocky residue, irregular in shape, sometimes almost opaque. Once it is mined, the stone goes to a factory, where a kind of magical transformation unfolds. First, the crystals are cleaned, occasionally by hand, and occasionally in massive tumblers that literally scrub away the dirt. Then each stone is sorted by quality. Here is the interesting part. Only about 10% of all the amethysts unearthed are of jewelry-grade quality. The rest are used for more budget-friendly accessories or even ornamental items. The next step is cutting. This is a true art that merges careful science with the delicate touch of a skilled artisan. Picture a person peering through a loop, meticulously turning the stone to find the ideal angle. The most fascinating aspect? One slip of the hand can cause the crystal to crack. Let us suppose the stone is finished. The next issue is transportation. This task is not as straightforward as one might initially assume. Certain amethysts travel in specialized boxes, padded with foam inserts to protect them from the faintest jostles. In the case of geodes, they are often packed in wooden crates lined with soft materials. Uruguay has a distinctive export program for its amethysts. Stones are sold directly at auctions, drawing buyers from all over the globe. In Brazil, on the other hand, most of the output goes straight to large enterprises that handle both cutting and further distribution. The price of amethyst is determined by factors like color, clarity, and size. The most expensive pieces boast a vivid purple tone with a slight reddish shimmer, often called deep royal. Such stones are frequently utilized in luxurious jewelry, which can appear at international auctions. Here is something surprising. Even though technology has improved remarkably, a great deal in this field still hinges on human effort and observation. It is a tradition passed down through many generations. Even the extraction itself relies more on manual labor than on large machinery. Initially, after identifying a promising zone, preliminary work begins. If the amethyst is near the surface, excavators remove the topsoil, creating large open pits. In places like Minas Gerais and Bahia in Brazil, these open pits can span several dozen feet across. However, if the amethyst is buried deep, the operation goes underground. Mines that yield this crystal can extend about 320 feet into the earth, forming a vast maze of tunnels branching out in all directions. Breaking through the tough layers of rock is the first step to reaching amethyst. This may involve using explosives or drill rigs, but it is not as dramatic as one might imagine. It must be done very carefully to avoid shattering the precious crystals. The people responsible for this work are genuine experts. They even live by an informal motto: "It is better to go around than to destroy." A carelessly managed blast can reduce a stone to fragments. Once the deposit is exposed, miners proceed by hand or with small tools to gently dislodge the crystals. Envision the scene: darkness, illuminated only by the glow of headlamps, and silence broken by the occasional strike of a pickaxe or the hum of a handheld saw. Everything relies on the miner's dexterity. Even the most subtle motion can determine whether a crystal remains intact or breaks. Some refer to this phase as jewelry-level work. The amethysts that are found are typically surrounded by quartz rock and clay, so they are cleaned right there in the mine. This is painstaking work, removing layer after layer and taking care not to harm the delicate crystal structure. It is reminiscent of restoring an antique vase. The most valuable crystals are separated by hand, with every movement carefully planned. Interestingly, the ambience in these mines can be quite a spectacle. For example, in the famous Las Vegas mine in Uruguay, amethysts shimmer in the darkness under the beam of a lamp, creating the sense of stepping into a magical subterranean realm, radiating shades of purple and blue. In some locations, such as the Amethyst Park in Brazil, the mines are open to visitors, and people can witness firsthand how skilled workers gently extract the crystals from the walls. Those workers are the real heroes. They toil in challenging conditions. Every year, more than 500 billion matches are produced worldwide. That means around 16,000 matches ignite every second. But have you ever wondered how these tiny wooden sticks go through a complex manufacturing process before they end up in your hands? Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of match production, from selecting the right wood to applying the chemical coating that allows them to ignite with a single strike. You will learn how modern factories produce millions of matches daily, what materials they use, and why matches continue to thrive in the market even in the 21st century. The matches we are familiar with first appeared in the 19th century. Let's take a detailed look at each stage of match production. I will tell you all about it, from raw material selection to packaging the final product. The primary material for matchsticks is wood, carefully chosen for its properties. Softwood species are mostly used. Aspen has a uniform structure, is easy to process, does not crack, and provides consistent burning. Poplar is known for being lightweight and widely available. Pine is used less frequently due to its high resin content, but in some regions, it is carefully treated to remove the resin before use. Many manufacturers aim to use waste from the woodworking industry, reducing costs and making production more eco-friendly. The wood is stripped of its bark, sorted, and cut into transportable logs before being sent to the factory. At the factory, the wood is loaded into special drums for cleaning. The logs are then sliced into thin sheets, resembling ribbons. This is done using precision machines with adjustable blades. The ribbons undergo thickness uniformity checks since the quality of the final match depends on it. After slicing the ribbons, they are cut into individual matchsticks. On average, a standard match measures between 1.65 inches and 1.77 inches in length, with a thickness of approximately 0.79 inches. Tell me, did you just measure that too? I do not want to be the only one doing it. The blanks then go through a drying system, reducing their moisture content to an optimal level, no more than 6 or 8%. For additional protection, the blanks are treated with antiseptic solutions to prevent mold, fungi, and insect damage. After this treatment, the matchsticks move to the assembly conveyor. The chemical mixture for match heads is prepared in separate facilities. It is a complex combination of several key components. Oxidizers release oxygen during combustion. Sulfur or other flammable substances ensure stable burning. Phosphorus is the main element that enables instant ignition upon friction. Dyes give the heads their characteristic colors: red, green, black, and more. Adhesives bind the components together. The ingredients are mixed in specialized equipment, and the finished mixture is poured into storage tanks. For worker safety and to prevent spontaneous combustion, all operations take place in explosion-proof rooms with strict temperature control. By the way, Did you know that in the year 1826, English pharmacist John Walker invented friction matches? His friction matches consisted of a stick coated with a mixture of antimony sulfide and potassium chlorate. Then, in the 1830s, Frenchman Charles Soria improved them by using red phosphorus, which was less toxic and safer than yellow phosphorus. These matches could ignite only when struck against a specially prepared surface on the box, becoming the prototype of modern safety matches. After applying the chemical mixture, the matchsticks are sent to drying chambers. Here, they undergo a drying process that lasts approximately 2 or 3 hours. These chambers maintain a controlled temperature, ensuring the mixture solidifies evenly. This treatment gives the match heads the necessary strength to prevent crumbling or flaking, even during long-term storage or transportation. This stage is crucial since it forms the core functional part of the match, the head, which ensures its usability and durability. Thanks to modern technology and rigorous quality control, the final product is not only convenient, but also entirely safe for users. While the matches are drying, a separate production line manufactures matchboxes. Cardboard is used, going through several steps, which we will now explore together. Step 1. Cutting sheets into blanks. Step 2. Printing labels, which may include either simple manufacturer information or colorful designs depending on the order. Step 3. Forming the boxes using specialized machines that fold and glue them together. Next, a special abrasive coating is applied to the inner side of the matchbox. This mixture of phosphorus, glue, and quartz sand ensures match ignition. Afterward, the dried matches move onto a conveyor belt, where they are cut to a perfectly uniform length. Then, precision dosing machines distribute the matchsticks into the boxes. Each box is filled with an exact number of matches, usually 40, 50, or 100, depending on the format. Once filled, the boxes are automatically sealed and sent to the packaging line for shipping and storage. The finished match blocks are labeled and sorted onto pallets before being loaded onto trucks for delivery to stores or wholesale suppliers. Now we are in the final stretch of match production, the concluding stage that wraps up this long, intricate, and carefully planned process. At this stage, the finished matchboxes are carefully grouped into bundles, usually containing 10 or 12 boxes. These bundles are tightly wrapped in transparent polyethylene film, which serves several important functions. First, this packaging protects the matches from moisture, preserving their quality during transportation and long-term storage. Second, it makes the products easier to handle and distribute. After packaging, the bundles are labeled according to logistics requirements. Each package includes information about the manufacturer, production date, batch number, and other necessary details. The products are then arranged on pallets, optimizing transportation efficiency. Loaded pallets are transported to trucks, which deliver the finished matches to stores, wholesale warehouses, or even export them abroad. It is important to note that strict quality control is conducted at every stage of the production process. This ensures that the matches meet high standards and satisfy consumer expectations. The wood's uniformity is checked to ensure it is strong, free of cracks and defects, as it forms the foundation of every match. The durability of the match heads is tested to ensure the chemical composition does not crumble or flake, making the matches reliable for use. The ease of ignition against the abrasive surface is controlled, ensuring matches ignite on the first strike while remaining safe for transportation. Match production is a combination of high-tech equipment, natural raw materials, and strict quality control. Each match goes through dozens of steps before reaching store shelves and, ultimately, your hands. Thanks to automation, eco-friendliness, and safe working conditions, the match industry remains an essential part of many economies. Match production is a complex, multi-stage process that integrates modern high-tech equipment, natural raw materials, and strict control at every stage. The process begins with material preparation, including wood and special chemical mixtures for coating match heads, and ends with packaging the final product. Each individual match undergoes dozens of technological operations, including wood processing, chemical application, drying, and quality inspection before reaching store shelves. Automation and eco-friendly technologies ensure that modern match production meets high safety standards for both workers and the environment. Additionally, manufacturers focus on resource conservation and waste minimization, making the process more sustainable. Matches remain an essential part of everyday life for many people, and their production is an important economic sector that supports traditional industries, creates jobs, and generates stable income for many businesses. By combining advanced technology, sustainability, and a commitment to quality and safety, the match industry continues to thrive in the modern world. It might seem that, in the 21st century, lighters should have completely replaced matches, right? But the reality is not that simple. First, matches are an extremely cheap and compact way to start a fire, requiring no additional costs or recharging. They are also highly convenient for short-term use, such as lighting candles, campfires, or outdoor cooking equipment. Another reason is that matches carry a sense of nostalgia and tradition, often associated with a certain aesthetic or atmosphere. In some cases, they are even used in ceremonies, where this small gesture holds symbolic significance. Safety is another factor. Matches do not have mechanical parts or batteries that can fail. For some users, matches provide greater confidence in reliability. So, the next time you strike a match, remember how many people and machines worked to bring it into your hands. And you know what? They did an amazing job. Did you know that over 3 billion cans of preserved peaches are produced globally every year? But how do peaches go from orchard trees to perfect slices in syrup that we all love? From harvest to sealing freshness in cans, this is a high-tech process where every second counts. Imagine a factory filling up to 30,000 cans per hour. Ready to peek behind the scenes of this amazing production? The journey of canned peaches begins in meticulously cared-for orchards. And here is something important. Specific varieties of peaches are chosen for canning. Picture a tree bred to prepare its fruit for a long life in a can. These peaches are cultivated with taste, firmness, and shelf life in mind. They are not just pretty, they are strategically important. These orchards are typically located in regions with warm climates and plenty of sunshine. Peaches love the sun. It is like their secret ingredient. The main peach-growing regions are found in areas with mild and warm climates. California, Georgia, and South Carolina lead the United States in peach production. Among other countries, Italy stands out, especially northern Italy, where a combination of mountains and valleys creates the perfect climate. China is another major global producer. Peaches are grown in nearly all its provinces. Depending on the country, peach orchards can range from a few acres on small family farms to hundreds of acres for industrial producers. In California alone, orchards designated for canning peaches span over 25,000 acres. In Italy, the total area for peach cultivation is approximately 170,000 acres, though not all are used for processing. Growing peaches is a true art. Here are a few key challenges. While peaches thrive in warmth, severe frost can destroy buds or even entire trees. Therefore, cultivating peaches requires careful selection of varieties suited to the local climate. These trees need regular irrigation, but too much water can cause root rot. Fungal diseases like leaf curl and pests such as aphids require constant monitoring and treatment. Peach trees also need annual pruning to ensure optimal fruit growth. This is a complex but essential process. Additionally, peaches must ripen on the tree to be sweet and juicy, but they cannot overripe, as they become too soft for transportation. This means harvesting occurs on a very tight schedule. Most orchards for canning work with peach varieties that have slightly thicker skins and firmer flesh. This allows them to better withstand processing and transportation. Some farmers grow organic peaches, free from pesticides and chemicals. This is more challenging, but results in a premium product that is increasingly popular. Caring for peach orchards is not just work, it is a science. And though it is not easy, the result is fragrant, juicy peaches that we can enjoy even on cold winter days. Harvesting peaches can be mechanized. Tractors with special shakers gently shake the trees, and the fruits fall onto special mats. However, the most delicate varieties are harvested by hand to avoid damage. Did you know that every picked fruit reaches the factory within 24 hours? Here, every minute is worth its weight in gold. Once the peaches are harvested, their journey has just begun. Transporting them to the factory is a crucial stage because these fruits are incredibly delicate. To preserve their appearance and quality, strict rules must be followed. Right in the orchard, the harvested peaches are usually sorted. Damaged or overripe fruits are discarded as they can spoil during transportation. Peaches are packed into small boxes or plastic containers designed to minimize pressure. Often, they are lined with soft materials to avoid damage during transit. Since peaches spoil quickly, they are delivered to the factory as soon as possible, usually within a few hours of harvest. Factories are often located near the orchards to reduce travel time. Refrigerated trucks maintain temperatures at a maximum of 40 degrees Fahrenheit to slow the ripening process and reduce the risk of spoilage. In large operations, specialized systems gently move the fruits into containers. This reduces the risk of mechanical damage and minimizes manual labor. Every minute counts. If the peaches are delayed, they can begin to spoil or lose their appearance. Excess moisture can lead to rot, while insufficient moisture can cause the fruits to dry out. Therefore, containers and vehicles are equipped with systems to regulate these parameters. Each peach is, essentially, a delicate fruit that is easily damaged. Thus, they are packed carefully, with no unnecessary pressure. In some countries, like Italy or the United States, orchard owners use electric mini-tractors to transport fruits from the orchard to intermediate storage. This is more eco-friendly and convenient. Farmers sometimes organize delivery at night or early in the morning when it is cooler. This helps keep the fruits fresh until they reach the factory. In large operations, transportation containers are labeled, so the factory knows exactly which orchard each batch came from. This helps track the quality of every harvest. As soon as the truck with peaches arrives at the factory, the fruits are immediately inspected for freshness and integrity. Those that pass inspection are sent to the first processing stage, washing and cleaning. And yes, this process happens as quickly as possible because freshness is the key to perfect canned peaches. Workers or automated systems quickly inspect the fruits to remove damaged, rotten, or overly ripe ones. Large operations use optical scanners to analyze the external appearance based on color, shape, and defects. Honestly, I would already be exhausted by the endless inspection, and this is just halfway through the peach's journey to store shelves. Even with modern technology, the human factor remains critical. Operators stand by the conveyor belt and pick out fruits that fail the automatic check. Sometimes, only a human eye can catch subtle defects. The fruits are weighed since overly small or underdeveloped ones may not meet canning standards. Washing is not just rinsing with water, but a full-fledged technological process. Peaches are harvested in orchards, where they can pick up dust, soil residues, or even chemical plant care products. After inspection, the fruits enter special rotating drums, where they are gently rinsed with water. Warm water with mild cleaning agents is used to remove even the smallest particles of dirt. Before peeling, peaches are rinsed again, this time with clean water without any additives. By the way, this entire process takes just a few minutes. Next, peaches are immersed in hot water or exposed to steam for a few seconds. This softens the skin, making it easy to remove. This method also helps preserve the texture of the flesh. Then, the peaches go to special machines equipped with rotating brushes or knives that carefully peel them. The goal is to avoid damaging the fruit and preserve as much flesh as possible. The next step involves removing the pits. Special devices carefully cut the peach in half and extract the core. But even here, there are nuances. Some peaches, known as clingstone, have pits that cling tightly to the flesh. These require more precise equipment. Peeled peaches undergo a final check to ensure the skin is completely removed and the fruit's shape is intact. This is especially important for canned peaches made from halves or quarters. After peeling, peaches are cut into halves, slices, or even cubes, depending on their intended use. Here, specialized machines with incredible precision come into play. Did you know some factories have blades that can slice peaches faster than you can blink? Even so, each slice is manually inspected to ensure no defects are missed. Next, the peaches are placed in cans and syrup is added. Depending on the recipe, the syrup can be light, medium, or thick. The most interesting part is that some recipes use special flavorings to enhance the taste of the peaches, and this is the detail you definitely notice when you open a can. The cans are sealed and immediately pasteurized. This means they are heated to high temperatures, which lock in freshness. During pasteurization, canned peaches are heated to approximately 200 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature range is high enough to destroy harmful microorganisms, preserve the product's freshness, and extend its shelf life, but it does not affect the taste or texture of the peaches. By the way, the entire process takes just a few minutes, leaving no chance for bacteria. The speed of filling cans can reach from 3,000 to 30,000 cans per hour. This demonstrates the high level of automation and efficiency in such productions. After cooling, the cans are sorted, labeled, and sent to warehouses. Sometimes, they even undergo additional inspections, to make sure everything is perfect. Then these cans are shipped to stores worldwide. Did you know the United States, China, and Greece are the 3 largest producers of canned peaches? Additionally, global tasting competitions are held to select the best syrup. Yes, this industry has its own Oscar. So next time you open a can of peaches, remember how many people and machines worked to bring this dessert to your table. You know what? They really nailed it. Did you know that a banana isn't actually a fruit from a tree, but rather a type of giant grass? And a single bunch can weigh up to 110 pounds? From tropical plantations to your table, join us as we uncover the amazing secrets behind the banana's journey and learn about the technologies that make it all possible. In the world of fruits, there is one true king, essential to breakfast, dessert, or any afternoon snack. This fruit is not only delicious, but also incredibly nutritious, with a history that goes back centuries. Yes, you guessed it, we are talking about bananas. But do you know where they come from? And the journey they take from seedling to your plate? I traveled to the tropical regions where bananas are grown, ranging from Latin America to Southeast Asia. Each region has its own unique methods and traditions for cultivating these green treasures. Today, I'm excited to share with you the fascinating process behind it all. Sunrise on a banana plantation marks the start of another hardworking day. Here, among endless rows of greenery, begins the story of every banana that will eventually make its way to your table. Bananas aren't trees in the traditional sense of the word. They are the largest herbaceous plants, producing fruit in bunches that can weigh up to 110 pounds. Growing such a marvel of nature requires not only knowledge and experience, but also incredible care and attention. Caring for banana plants starts with planting seedlings and continues all the way through to harvest. Farmers regularly inspect the plants for pests and diseases, ensuring they receive the right amount of water and nutrients. Modern technology plays a key role in banana cultivation. From drip irrigation systems to drones used for monitoring plant health, these innovations help increase yields while reducing the environmental impact. It all begins in the fields, where the meticulous work of planting banana seedlings and preparing the soil takes place. I watched as farmers used cultivators to carefully place the seeds in the optimal spots and gently watered the seedlings with a fine mist or spray. The maturation period for banana plants can range from 9 to 20 months, although some varieties develop faster than others. As the plants mature, special agricultural techniques are applied. For instance, farmers trim the tip of the banana bud to stimulate the development of the bunch. To speed up the formation of banana clusters, they also remove some of the female flowers. Over time, these clusters grow into mature bananas. At this stage, disease management becomes crucial. Common banana leaf diseases, such as Xanthomonas wilt, Fusarium wilt, and black or yellow sigatoka, are combated by removing infected leaves and using pesticides. These treatments are essential to protect banana crops from pests and ensure a healthy harvest. Harvesting bananas is truly an art that requires precise timing based on visual cues, such as the size and ripeness of the banana. During this time, workers also monitor the growth of pups, young banana plants that sprout from the roots of older plants to ensure they stay healthy. I watched as workers carefully cut each bunch from the vine, taking great care not to damage the fruit. Once the bananas are harvested, they are sent to processing areas. The bunches are tied together and transported via a conveyor system to a washing station. During the washing process, bananas are cleaned of harmful bacteria and debris to prepare them for further processing. For transport, they are protected by cotton paper, which is placed between each row of bananas to keep them safe during their journey. Bananas are highly perishable, so quick preparation is essential. When I arrived at the banana processing plant, I was shown the entire preparation process. First, the bananas are rinsed with water, measured, and the protective cotton paper is removed. Before they are packaged, the bananas are cut into smaller bunches and washed one last time to ensure they are completely clean. Workers then use scissors to cut the bunches into sections, check the weight, and prepare them for distribution before moving them to the packaging line. This precise procedure highlights the level of care and attention required to ensure bananas remain fresh and high quality throughout their journey from the field to the consumer. The transportation and storage of bananas is a complex process that requires close monitoring at every step. After harvest, the bananas are carefully packed into boxes to prevent damage. They are then transported in special temperature-controlled containers to avoid premature ripening. During transportation, often by sea, the bananas are kept at an optimal temperature of around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Upon arrival at their destination, bananas go through a ripening process in specially equipped chambers. Here, the temperature and ethylene concentration are carefully controlled to ensure the bananas ripen evenly before they reach store shelves. This process allows the bananas to develop their characteristic yellow color and desired softness. In stores and markets, bananas are kept at room temperature, away from direct sunlight and ethylene-producing products to minimize further ripening and extend their shelf life. This helps ensure that the bananas remain fresh and flavorful until they reach the consumer. At the same time, there is a dedicated section of the factory for producing banana chips. Banana chips are a tasty and popular snack made by drying or frying thinly sliced pieces of banana. They can be made from either ripe or unripe bananas, depending on the desired flavor and texture. I watched as bananas were peeled by hand to remove the fruit. Banana chips, made from either mashed or sliced bananas, are fried in hot oil and turn out incredibly delicious. Once the chips are fully cooked, they are placed on a draining tray to remove excess oil, ensuring they have a perfectly crispy coating. The dried chips are seasoned with spices to make them even more flavorful. The factory staff carefully plan each step before sending the chips to the packaging area, which is managed by an artificial intelligence-powered machine. Before placing the chips into plastic bags, the machine takes precise weight measurements. Once the workers finish filling the bags, they place them into paper containers and seal them with the company's branding. These containers display important information, including the serial number, production date, and expiration date. The containers are then securely sealed with tape, ensuring the chips are safe for transport and storage. This comprehensive process, starting from banana cultivation and ending with banana chips and market-ready packaging, highlights the significant effort and technology involved in preparing these products for sale or export. It offers an interesting glimpse into the banana processing industry, showcasing the intricate procedures used to preserve the freshness and high quality of bananas from harvest to final sale. Banana chips are a source of nutrients like potassium, B vitamins, some dietary fiber, and minerals, especially when they are dried. However, fried banana chips can contain a considerable amount of fats and calories, so they should be eaten in moderation. You can also make banana chips at home, where you can control the amount of oil and seasoning added, making them a healthier option compared to store-bought varieties. The next time you grab a banana, take a moment to think about all the effort that went into its cultivation, harvest, and delivery. Remember that each bite connects you to distant countries, cultures, and people who make this world so vibrant and diverse. Each year, more than 93 million short tons of delicious oranges are harvested worldwide. Over 60% of that amount is used to produce bottled orange juice. But how is this process carried out in industrial plants? To find out, let's visit a factory in the United States that specializes in producing more than 530,000 gallons of orange juice per day. An orange plantation consists of evergreen trees with vertical trunks and compact rounded canopies. Their sturdy trunks are made of strong wood and covered by a thin bark, which can range in color from green to gray-brown, depending on the layout of the plantation. These trees can grow to heights between 20 and 33 feet. To successfully grow oranges, ideal conditions are required. The perfect elevation for the trees is between 1,600 and 330 feet above sea level, and the optimal temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. It's essential that the soil is slightly alkaline, with good drainage capacity. Sunlight is also crucial, especially during the flowering and fruiting periods. Oranges can be propagated in two ways, sexually through seeds or asexually through grafting. The fruit-bearing timeline depends on the propagation method. If grown from seeds, it can take up to 7 years for the trees to start producing oranges. In contrast, using grafting can reduce this time to about 3 years. Once the tree has flowered, the fruit typically matures over a period of 6 to 14 months. For the best quality and flavor, it is recommended to harvest oranges 2 to 3 months before they fully ripen. Oranges undergo multiple checks to determine their ripeness. The ratio of sugar to water is tested, and when the sugar content reaches at least 10%, they are ready for harvest. Citrus fruits are picked at their peak sweetness and juiciness because they do not continue to ripen after being harvested. For the production of freshly squeezed juice, two main varieties of oranges are typically used, Valencia and Hamlin. These oranges are hand-picked while they are still slightly underripe. Harvesters carefully inspect each orange, discarding any that have cuts or holes to prevent possible damage to the inside. However, on large plantations where many oranges ripen simultaneously, the harvest must be completed quickly. To speed up the process, a device known as a tree shaker is used. This machine grips the tree branches and shakes them vigorously to release the oranges. Capable of harvesting up to 4,400 pounds of oranges per minute, it greatly accelerates the harvest in large citrus groves. Although mechanical harvesters, which can cost around $500,000, are able to collect between 88,000 and 110,000 short tons of oranges per year, many farms still rely on manual labor, requiring hundreds of workers to get the job done. Workers carefully place the juicy oranges into large canvas bags and carry them to containers. This manual approach allows for more careful selection and reduces the impact on the fruit. The juicy oranges are sent to the juice production plant and first pass through a cleaning station, which works much like a car wash at a gas station. An environmentally friendly soap solution is applied to the fruit, and rotating nylon brushes scrub them as they move along a long conveyor belt. Afterward, the soap is rinsed off with cold water, and the oranges are dried using blasts of air from fans. Once they exit the drying machine, the fruit is carefully inspected by a specialist to ensure that no bad oranges were missed. At the sorting stage, some modern production lines are equipped with more advanced scanners that provide additional assistance in identifying any issues. In the final step, the oranges pass through a series of gentle brushes that remove any remaining dust and dirt. It's time to move on to the juicing process, the most crucial step in producing delicious orange juice. After thorough cleaning, the oranges are fed into a machine known as an extractor. This extractor was specifically designed to maximize both the efficiency and quality of the juice. It consists of a pair of round metal ridges that forcefully pierce the orange peel, remove it, and extract the juice. During this process, not only is the essential liquid extracted, but also the seeds and the bitter white layer, called the albedo, which separates the soft pulp from the tough outer skin. The goal is to produce juice that is as pure and flavorful as possible, free of any components that might negatively affect its taste or texture. After the juice is extracted, the nectar is collected in a reservoir. Here it passes through a filtration system that allows the pulp level to be adjusted based on customer preference. Fine mesh filters produce a smooth, clear juice, while more open filters let through small pieces of pulp, resulting in a thicker, more fibrous juice. The orange juice then undergoes pasteurization to ensure safety, followed by rapid cooling before being bottled or stored in massive 10,500-gallon containers at 39 degrees Fahrenheit to preserve its properties. It takes approximately 13 to 15 oranges to produce 1 quart of juice. This process ensures that every tiny drop of nectar is packed with exquisite, bold flavor, rich in the fruit's valuable nutrients. Before packaging, a thorough quality inspection is conducted to ensure the final product meets the highest standards. Various aspects of the juice, such as sweetness, acidity, pulp content, citrus essence, texture, and most importantly, taste, are checked. These checks guarantee that every batch of orange juice maintains a consistent and refined flavor. After the juice passes quality control, it moves to the bottling line. Cardboard cartons and plastic containers travel along a complex automated production line, where they are filled and sealed tightly to preserve freshness. This procedure is carefully designed to minimize exposure to oxygen and prevent oxidation, ensuring the juice retains its delicious flavor and valuable nutrients. Once bottled, the freshly squeezed orange juice is quickly cooled to prevent any potential spoilage, and then transported in refrigerated trucks to supermarkets across the country. Rapid cooling is essential to maintaining the product's freshness until it reaches consumers. The refrigerated trucks keep the juice at the ideal temperature throughout the entire journey, preventing any changes in taste or quality. From the moment oranges are harvested to when the juice appears on supermarket shelves, every step of the process is carefully planned to ensure that customers can enjoy a product of the highest quality. Thanks to innovative processing methods and strict quality standards, the delicious flavor and nutritional benefits of orange juice are guaranteed to stay fresh and natural. The numerous health benefits of orange juice are truly endless. Packed with vitamins A and C, it boosts the body's immune defenses, helping to prevent illness. It also aids in preventing anemia, as vitamin C enhances the absorption of iron, which is essential for producing hemoglobin and transporting oxygen through the blood. In addition, orange juice helps slow down premature aging due to its antioxidants, such as beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, which protect the skin and stimulate collagen production, reducing wrinkles and maintaining skin elasticity. It also helps prevent high blood pressure thanks to its potassium content, which relaxes blood vessels and helps regulate sodium levels in the bloodstream. Not only does orange juice combat inflammation and reduce oxidative stress due to its anti-inflammatory properties, but it also supports the prevention of chronic diseases. Today, orange cultivation is one of the most prosperous industries worldwide. The leading producer of this fruit is Brazil, followed by India, China, Mexico, and the United States. Oranges, which belong to the Rutaceae family and the citrus genus, stand out among their relatives, a group that includes around 16 species known for their delicious, vitamin C-rich fruits. Successful cultivation of oranges requires a variety of techniques and careful maintenance, as environmental factors can significantly affect the plants and their fruits. This includes aspects such as morphology, size, color, texture, and the balance of acidity and sugar. The origin of the word orange traces back to the Arabic word naran. Sweet oranges are believed to have originated in southeastern China, and it is likely that the Romans introduced them to Europe. However, it wasn't until the early 15th century, after Marco Polo's travels to China, that Genoese merchants brought the cultivation of sweet oranges to Europe. Later, in the 16th century, the Spanish brought oranges to the Americas, starting in the United States and then spreading them to South America, South Africa, and parts of Australia. There is no doubt that orange juice offers many health benefits. However, it should be consumed in moderation, as excessive intake can raise blood sugar levels due to its high concentration of fructose. Typically, a single glass of juice contains the equivalent of 3 to 4 oranges, so it is best enjoyed as part of a balanced diet. As a result, a vast quantity of orange juice is produced daily.